Alright, so let's finish up this packet today. I'll show you your test code, and then that'll be it for the course. Alright, so we are finishing up with, in the packet, we're moving on to problem number 36. Alright, so for problem number 36, it says we have a function f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 24. And for part A, it's saying if f of x plus 3 is equal to x squared plus kx minus 21, what's the value of k? Well, in order to do this problem, you need to know what this notation means. And we saw this before with the graph. When we have x plus 3, what that means is that's going in for all the x values. Like if I asked you what's f of 2, you would plug 2 in for every x here and tell me what it was. If I told you f of negative 2, you would plug that in for all the x values and tell me what it is. For this problem, I'm telling you the answer, we're plugging in x plus 3. So what that means is we're going to have to plug in for all those x values. So what that means is instead of saying x squared, we're going to put x plus 3 there. Instead of having 2x, we're going to put x plus 3 there. We're going to figure out what that is. We'll have to simplify that side and then set it equal to x squared plus kx minus 21, and we'll be able to figure out what k is equal to. So it's not a big deal. Bottom line is what we have to do now is we're going to have to simplify x plus 3 to the second minus 2 times x plus 3 minus 24, set that equal to x squared plus kx minus 21, and we're just going to have to simplify this right side. We already talked about how to do this. We're going to do x plus 3 times x plus 3. And then we're going to distribute this 2. And let's see what that is. Remember when we talked about FOIL? We're going to multiply the first terms together, the outer terms together, the inner terms together, and the last, we're going to do negative 2 times x and negative 2 times 3. Now x times x, the bases are the same. We add the exponents. 3 times x, 3 times x. 3 times 3 is 9, minus 2x minus 6, minus 24. So let's combine our like terms. I see all these x's. So we get x squared. 3 plus 3 is 6, minus 2 is minus 6 minus 2 is 4x. And then we have 9 minus 6 minus 24 is negative 21. And remember that was equal to x squared plus kx minus 21. Alright, well these look like the same thing, x squared and x squared. Looks like the 21s are the same. Minus 21 and minus 21, which means that 4x and kx are the same thing. So we could easily see that 4x has to equal kx, so that means that 4 and k are the same. K would be 4. That's how we would answer part A. And then for part B, it's asking us, what are the zeros? Remember, 0 is another word for an x-intercept, which is another word for a root. And what those words mean is when plugged in, for x, you get y is equal to 0. That's the whole idea of what a 0 x-intercept or root is. And it's saying of f of x plus 3. Well, that's what we just did in the last problem. In the last problem, we figured out that if f of x was equal to x squared minus 2x minus 24, f of x plus 3 would equal x plus 3 to the second minus 2x plus 3 minus 24. And when we got done simplifying everything, we saw that f of x plus 3, once we reduced and FOILed everything out, was equal to x squared plus 4x minus 21. It's asking us to find the zeros of this. And it looks like we have 6 options. We have, let's see here, just set it up. We know that x is negative 7. We know that x is negative 4. X is negative 2. X is 0. X is 3. And x is 6. So we'll plug all of these in for x and see which ones equal 0. If we plug in negative 7, I'm just going to go ahead and set it up just to save a little bit of time and just show you what I'm doing here. I'm plugging in all of these x values for x. All right, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so I'm going to plug in negative 7 for all the x's. And if we do that, our f of x plus 3, meaning the value, would be 0. So that means that negative 7 is definitely a 0. Let's plug in negative 4. And if we do that, 16 minus 21 is negative 21. That's not 0, so that can't be an answer choice. For this first one, this would be 49 minus 28 minus 21. That's where 0 came from. For the second one, if we plug in negative 2, we would get negative 25. This would be 4 minus 8 minus 21. That would be negative 25. If we plug in 0 for all the x's, we would get negative 21. This would be 0. This would be 0. 0 plus 0 minus 21 is negative 21. If we plug in 3 for all of the x's, we get 0. This would be 9 plus 12 is 21. Minus the 21 is 0. So that's also a 0. And then if we plug in 6 for all of the x's, we get 39. So that can't be an answer. 39 is coming from doing 36 plus 24 is 50. 50 minus 21 Let me see here. Did I do that right? 36. That's actually 60. 60 minus 21 is 39. So the answers would be options A and option E. So I'll post in Google Classroom what the test code's going to be. I would like you to go on, put that code in, take the test, and then that finishes up our part class. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.